trying to do is to expand the tax bracket, because previously it was only fellows who are salaried who would get into that. So they're trying to cast the net out wide.
Basically, what you're saying is that items is mandatory. However, if let's say I went and I got the machine and I'm registered, lakini watu wananlipa a different way, then those sales don't register.
You must have systems to show that if you said in your kinyozi you collected 20,000.
You mentioned something called e-teams, which is something that we hear constantly in the media. What exactly is e-teams?
E-teams simply talks to us an electronic tax management system. It's basically, so think about a PDQ machine. So what they're trying to do is that they notice that there's a lot of activity happening within the informal sector. In agriculture, your typical sort of nyamachoma stalls that you'll get at Kenyatta Market, your typical estate hair salon. So the same for some of these people are then indulging in own private ventures, whether they're medium, small, or micro. They will be required to go around and register their businesses and get an electronic tax register. So simply put, on Asema, if Omosh is going to make his hair and it's going to cost him 1,000 shillings, as soon as it's done, the person who is salonist will charge him 1,000 shillings. But then at that point in time, acknowledge that she received the money. It will be 16% VAT, and by the 20th of every month, be required to submit the 16% that she has collected on behalf of our great nation of Kenya to the Kenya Revenue Authority. All they're trying to do is to expand the tax bracket, because previously it was only fellows who are salaried who would get into that. So they're trying to cast the net out wide. The one that is a bit controversial is when they tried to roll out that e-team solution to farmers, because farmers came around and said, so you expect me to go around and collect 10 bags of potatoes. I'll tell you a bag of potatoes is about 4,000 shillings. Multiplied by 10, that is 40,000 shillings. You expect me to give you 16% of this by the time I'm leaving the farm, yet I'm not getting any subsidy on fertilizer. I'm not getting any subsidy on any farm input. I'm not getting any waiver on the labor costs that I'm actually placing in, etc. So the question then would be, why would you come around and, harm us? Is there an inflection point where we say below a certain threshold of farming, which would be considered subsidiary farming, will not go around and touch? So it's all up in there. So all they're trying to do is to expand the net and allow you to go around and self-evaluate yourself. If they then come to your business and realize you're generating financial activity and you've not done it, another fine will come through. So you just go and get the machine.
So the e-teams is so basically what you're saying is that e-teams is mandatory. However, if let's say I went and I got the machine and I'm registered, lakini watu wananlipa a different way, then those sales don't register.
You must have systems to show that if you said in your kinyozi you collected 20,000, that you either have the M-Pesa to go around and support onto that, and you logged in the right detail. Because of course, I mean, there are very many businesses, but you never know, and I'm not trying to be biblical, no one knows the day is coming. So these guys don't know the day they're coming. If they basically go around and get one thing that is off from what you're doing on your self-declaration, then it becomes an inquest. So it's about just having the right processes, whether it is actually cash or whatever the case would be, to ensure that as soon as the service has been issued, you issue them a receipt. Now here's where it becomes a bit interesting. You may probably not think that they'll come in disguised as customers, because they could actually come in disguise themselves as customers, get a haircut, and after that, after they've paid, they'll wait and see if you're giving them something. And the moment you don't give them, they tell you, not from KRA. Now let us understand.
Wow.
So how do you conduct your business?
Yes.
Wapi risiti.
Okay.
And it so happened, again, Bolty, speaking from experience, Babahanya, the mother.
This Babahanya guy.
No, that one we are sorting. Mother has got an avocado, whatever. You know how she's got so many avocados. So if somebody comes and buys, it's sort of a requirement to provide a receipt.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of what it is.
It is a requirement.
Correct.
That is where the e-teams is. So if you're doing business to business, and I want to, like if I want to get a receipt so that I can claim, like how if you're doing business, you get you do business or whatever, you get a receipt so that you can claim. It's more or less the same thing.
Yes.
If you're having a business. Now, Mama Mboga, there's a requirement for even
Is
mama
required to
mboga.
produce a receipt.
Yeah,
Yes.
to produce.
Yes.
So you like, so Ali, mimi ni mama mboga. I'm over there. You come. You're coming so you can get, you know, maybe 1 or 2 sticks of KRA of kunde or whatever.
Yeah.
Unaenda kupika hapa kwa hotel yako. I'm like, boss, I need a receipt. You'll tell me I need a receipt. So I have to give you a receipt. And I have to confirm with the pin, okay, this is Ali Badawi's Mujuku's Cafe.
Yeah.
And then you got from, you know, OneMic's store. That's it. But you have to.
Okay.
Business wise.
All right.
My friend.
All right.
Sema
And then now this means it's paper, and there's also a tax for paper now called sijui nani.
You have to listen
Which
Hila
are-
because
Okay, so